Greetings, one and all, to the most cursed, most cringiest corner of the internet. A YouTube channel content creator, actively alienating everyone in both the analog and digital world. Well, welcome and good evening, wonderful dice of all alignments. I am Lunar D8. If you're enjoying this game, let me know. If you know other games like this. Also, this is still the first playthrough. The additional second playthrough, I might try to just do the most antisocial person possible. Maybe a third playthrough, like if it's possible, I could just try to be as evil as possible. If that's an option, I don't know. Then again, maybe the doing nothing is the most evil option. Because I imagine the version of the story where I just stay inside the manor like I was asked to do at the start of the game and don't interact with anyone. I imagine that results in, well, since I'm not being involved in the world, everyone here is going to die because of my lack of involvement. But I don't know. Seems I made it just in time. Let's just go on the road. I don't have all night. Tabby! Great, she's here. Wow, Lunar, you really brought the whole gang together today. No, we could have probably brought Reese, but I have every right to be here. Kanika, my family built this place, you know. Yeah, I know, we all know. Lunar, what made you think inviting her was a good idea? She just wants to make sure I don't get hurt. Yeah, I'm looking out for my cousin. If y'all are going to drag Lunar into some dangerous situations, you'll have to deal with having a chaperone, got it? Okay, sure. The mine was definitely dangerous, but a haunted house, come on. This is one of the least dangerous things someone can do. It's basically a slumber party. I don't know, Kanika. I usually don't see much action out in the woods. You know, Lunar and I both wound up in a pretty hairy situation Monday night. I don't think we can rule out the possibility of grave danger. Exactly, I'm not underestimating how much danger Lunar can find himself in. What am I, fucking Sana from Tenchi Muyo GXP? Though, I guess that anime does go to show that sometimes you can find an advantage and something that's seen as a negative. Like Sana is the main character in that show, and it's a spin-off, really, of the original Tenchi Muyo series. Sana is the younger cousin of Tenchi, but he ends up with his own harem of beautiful women. That being said, he is cursed with bad luck. He is extraordinarily unlucky, which most people would see that as an extraordinarily bad thing. However, the leader of the Jiraiyan Empire figured out a way to use Sana's bad luck to take care of every problem that her empire faced. And the answer was, they were dealing with a lot of pirates and enemy militaries, but they were very stealthy and hard to find. But Sana was so unlucky that you could literally put him on any ship of any kind, and somehow that ship will just wind up going to where the pirates are. And so by utilizing Sana's extraordinarily bad luck, the Empress of the Jiraiyan Empire was able to eliminate all of her enemies. Because every time you put Sana on a ship, that ship immediately found her enemies. But I'm saying yes, it's like, I sometimes feel this way too. Maybe not to that extreme, but I do feel that sometimes I am a bit unlucky, or things occur to me that are improbable. Granted, like, there's minor things, like, heck, I got a Crunchyroll card. I got 1 month, thankfully it was just a 1 month card, but it's $12. But when I tried to put it into the Crunchyroll, it said invalid code. I'm like, shit. And it's like, it's a small thing, so it shouldn't matter, but it's the fact that I always feel like there's some minor thing will just go wrong at all times. I feel like things should be simple, and everything shouldn't be so hard for me. Or, like, there was a time when the first car I had, I was driving and it wound up flooring itself to where my foot off the gas, my foot on the brake, and I was still accelerating. After that car was stopped, safely I might add, when it was checked under the hood by a professional, they said one of my spark plugs had broken, flew up, hit the inside of the hood, and lodged itself into my throttle. So, things like that get common in my life. So I'm just saying this. It might be a safe environment we're in, but I can find somehow stuff will be drawn to me. Even while walking through a perfectly normal house. Sounds like we're in for an interesting night. I wonder if the ghost will even show with this many people around. But wait, is it just me or does it suddenly feel colder? It sure does. I definitely feel that. Okay, so we could have... Reese probably would have been standing here if we had brought him. Honestly, at first I was weary about bringing Reese. Because I was like, well, he's a sick person. I don't want to ask too much of him or get him hurt. But if he's being poisoned or mistreated where he is, then honestly he'd be safer here with us who are in the mines. The temperature gun says it's actually a couple degrees colder, but that's normal. Rooms and hallways are sometimes colder than other parts of the house. Whoa, a genuine cold spot. I got a snap pic for posterity. Is that it? This isn't very scary. Shouldn't you have seen it? I've only seen the stain. Dad made me switch rooms with him way before we moved out. Wasn't about to let my daughter sleep in a haunted bedroom. I spent most of my nights on the couch before we got set up shop in the library. Even if there was something back there, I'm not scared of it. I'm mad at it. Y'all are so brave. I'd be terrified sleeping somewhere there might be a ghost. Technically, there's ghosts everywhere. I'm not making a Scooby-Doo reference. Well, it's going to be Rosalina's room. Let's go to Rosalina's room. Yeah, but we don't have to rush there. I'm sure we can deal with it from out here, right? What, are you actually scared or something? You're an adult with a child. Grow up. Shut it, Tabitha. No one wants your opinion. Stella, I've been meaning to ask, do you actually know how to get rid of ghosts? How exactly are we going to get rid of it if we find one? Well, my ghost hunting kit has symbols from every major religion. Sorted holy books, a bunch of salt, and some jars for ectoplasm. And if worse comes to worse, we can always use the Ouija board to politely ask it to leave. Aren't Ouija boards super cussed? Are you sure that wouldn't make it mad or invite a demon into the house? Like, yeah, I feel like whether there's a house that has ghosts or not, I feel a Ouija board would make it worse under every circumstance. Ouija boards are toys. The only power they have is scaring kids at slumber parties. I think I'd rather not take the chance. One ghost is enough to deal with. I don't much like the thought of opening a door for something worse. Wow, you've never been this superstitious, Dad. This ghost really has you freaked out? Okay. Oscar takes a deep breath before continuing. Let's head to Rosalina's room. Follow me. Whoa. I took a screenshot. Probably use it for the thumbnail. Unless I see something more eye-catching. Whoa. This is where I've seen it appears on top of the stain. Yeah, that's gotta be tough to scrub out. Doesn't the county own this house? Do they know how about the damaged carpet? Have you ever seen your house? I don't see how that's relevant. Weird, I'm not getting anything. It's not even cold. It's the same temperature as the living room. Nothing on the EMF either. Then your equipment is wrong. The stain is definitely paranormal. I've scrubbed it out too many times to count. And it just keeps coming back. It's just a stain, Dad. Can we just cover it back up? I don't mind sleeping in here. Let's get scientific about this. If you scrub the stain out a bunch, maybe that's part of a summoning ritual? I've never heard of a bleach-activated ghost before. You don't use bleach to clean a carpet, Tabitha. Whatever. How was I supposed to know? Not everybody gets to learn how to clean things. If y'all are offering free carpet cleaning, be my guest. The stain is an attempt at expression. There are no words, no decipherable patterns, but you can still feel it a cry for help from something that has lost its voice. Tearing up carpet, rusty pipe, ghost blood. Something is crying out for help. You might be onto something, Lunar. I wonder if the blood spells something out on the floor underneath. Have you tried tearing up the carpet? At a house owned by the government? Nope. I'm not messing with their carpets. I'd rather scrub ghost blood out of every day than have the government take me to court for destroying their property. Don't worry, I'm sure they'll just take you to court for neglect instead. Did it not occur to you that there could be a leaky pipe under the floor? Hate to agree with Tabitha or anything, but some kind of structural damage does seem likely. This is a very old town. Tearing up the carpet doesn't seem like much of a bad idea. Only one way to be sure. Stella excitedly starts tugging at the corner of the carpet. Oh dear. You're doing the government a favor, really. Oh. That's... I was possibly expecting words. I wasn't expecting a trapdoor. Everybody looks a bit startled. Stella pulls back the carpet, revealing a hatch. The floor around is stained and reddish-brown. But what if there's a ghost after all? What if somebody lives down there? Okay, maybe I don't want to sleep in here? Nope, nope, nope. We're going down there, right? Of course we are. This is even better than finding a message. But there's no basement in this house. At least we weren't told about a basement. Granted, there aren't as many very, very old houses, really, in America. That would make sense. This is North Carolina. It's one of the first 13. But most of the country wasn't expanded till much later. Heck, I think like 60 or 70% of the size of our country was actually bought. Like Louisiana Purchase and many other things. Most of the, I would say majority of the land in America, the vast majority of land in America, was acquired by buying it from other countries. And of course the colonies were the independents. And look at all the red stuff coming from your feet. Ah, this is super haunted, alright. You got a basement chock full of ghosts, I can just feel it. You all know last month it was super rainy. It's clearly been a long time since anyone stepped foot in the basement or crawl space. Whoever has been in the house, there must be a leak that flooded the whole area under the house. Wouldn't that damage the structural supports of the foundation? The water dissolved the caulk around the edge and leaked through to the carpet. It's red because North Carolina has red-ass dirt. Simple as that. It's not mud, it's blood. Human blood, I tested it. Well, you tested it wrong. You're like, we agreed with someone. It can't be blood, right? Kanika's right. You've got a muddy floor, and that's why it's cold in here. 2. There's wet dirt under the house. Congratulations, we've solved your ghost problem. Well, either way, we need to look inside there. No way. There's an old hatch in the floor that someone tried to seal up. We're not leaving until we know what's back there. Well, Stella, this is my room. I need to know what's down there. Dead bodies. Have you considered they might have tried sealing it up because it's unsafe? Uh-oh, do you think the flooding could have made the house unstable, or ghost hunting? I'm going for it. Okay. What? Okay. 1, there's no color. Did I pass out? Am I having a vision? You come to an Oscar's living room. You can't tell what time it is, and your friends are nowhere in sight. At least physically, this Oscar's living room. Spiritually and mentally, you've been ripped away to some other place. The building feels colder. There's something about the air that feels wrong. It's stale, and an undercurrent of mold and earth. It makes you feel claustrophobic, as though you're in a coffin, each breath depleting what little oxygen is left. How did we end up back here? Where is everyone? Did we pass out again? Was there a gas leak in the basement or something? Is fainting some kind of weird family thing? Is there a genetic condition I need to be worried about? Not that I'm aware of. Nothing like this has happened before you got to town. Who knows what sort of nastiness was festering in that basement. Your cousin marches to the front door and opens it. Why does it look like Oscar's house is in front of us? Didn't we just leave? I must be misremembering things. Let's go. What if the others are passed out? Well, no, you're right. There shouldn't be a door there. Clearly whatever was in that basement is messing our heads. We just left Oscar's house. Why are we asked to the other side of that door? The two of you cross the hallway and open the door. Something isn't right. That puts it mildly. It feels like late summer afternoon. The air is warm and wet, and the scent of flowers drifts on the breeze. This is the appropriate facial... I think this makes a better thumbnail. But yeah, this is the appropriate reaction to this. This... scratchy shadow. Did we die? Damn, Tabitha, what was in that cream soda? You're not. What the hell is that thing? Am I having a stroke? Are you having a stroke? Are we both having the same stroke at the same time? You. Did we die? Don't be so dramatic. I think I'd know if we were dead. There's gotta be an exit somewhere. We just have to look. Wait. Do you hear music? Hi. Movement stirs as a figure cloaked in shadows rises to attention. Yes? Are you? Stella? Who are you? What are you doing on my property? Huh? Eddie, it's Charlie. What? Did you say Eddie? No one's called me that in a long time. It's Edwardine now. I'm not a child anymore. Edwardine, Eddie? You've gotta be kidding me. Imagine if I didn't have the mystical trait. What are you talking about? Okay, fine, I'm just going to pretend that you didn't say anything then. I wish I could say the same. You should have stayed gone, and you absolutely shouldn't have shown up here of all places. If you're caught, I don't think you understand what Father might do. Is this about what I told you earlier? Please don't tell anyone about the stuff I told you in private. I can't. It's not that easy for me. So what would be happening if I hadn't brought you along? Would I be here by myself? My brothers were sent to Normandy, and now I'm the only Scarlet left besides my father. I have responsibilities, Charlie. Shut up. Shut up. Tabitha stares at you speechless. You should just get out of town while you can. Whatever you came back for, it's not worth it. What? Are you kidding me? This is messed up. We need help. God, please let this call through. Tabitha anxiously taps her foot. She waits for her phone to connect. Hey, it's what? No, it's Tabitha. Did you see the caller ID? Stop it, or can you hear I'm... Your cousin is cut off by a dial tone. Disconnected call. Great, she couldn't hear a word. It looks like we're on our own. Junior, pack your things quickly. Oh, that's Rosalina. Maybe we should run him on the rail, too. Make it easy for the whole family. Excuse me? Even if that were true, stuff that happened a century ago is irrelevant. You and I had nothing to do with it. The ghosts might feel differently. Ghosts need to let it go and move on, whatever it's... As ghosts go when they're done being pissed off. Trust me, boy, the coppers ain't coming here tonight. What makes you think? Talk to an adult like that. Maybe you should have had you work in the mines too instead of lazing around this big house. Maybe you would have learned a thing or two about respecting your elders. Don't talk to my son like that. Don't talk to me like that, woman. I call the shots. Now get out unless you want to go up in flames with all your possessions, precious jewels, and expensive dresses. You're lucky I'm even letting you leave. It was revenge on our family. That's why we aren't possessed. But neither of us have done anything wrong. It's been over 100 years since the collapse. It's okay, Charlie. You can make new ones, even better than these. It's good for them. Shouldn't be playing with dolls anyway. Now you're going to have to earn your keep just like the rest of us, boy. No more big inheritance for you. The mother and the mob are whisked away, leaving you on top of the empty room. Sorry, the front door stops pounding and opens into a beckoning white void. We're in hell. We both died, and we're in hell. What do we know? We know that we can't leave, and we know we're not possessed. At least as far as we can tell, and whatever we saw in the room at least happened right after the Shaw mine collapse in 1918. I think the only option on the table for us right now is to keep doing what it wants us to do. Maybe it'll stop at some point, or maybe we'll figure out a way to escape. Yeah, let's get this over with. Pounding door and step into the void. So if Reese was an option to come here too, what would he have been? Outside it's night, the false moon looming massive in the painted sky. The night feels thick and warm, insects lively. Her calls unnaturally tinny. Everything feels warped and wrong, like you're listening to a record fished from the bottom of a pond. What magic words do you have to say to get you to let us go? We're sorry, okay? Whatever our family did to piss you off so much, we're sorry. You poor dear, I've been keeping track of you. Scuttling around town like a tomcat. You've fallen hard for Miss Edwardine, haven't you? This ghost has a flair for the dramatic, doesn't it? You know, I never did approve of the Scarlets did to your family, and what it did to the two of you young'uns. Childhood sweethearts, just think how lovely it would be if you would be happy together. It's what you want, isn't it? She said young'uns, so I guess we're talking to an old person. And someone who's been dead for a really, really long time. I'm sure by now you've realized the young lady doesn't plan on leaving with you. But it's not for lack of desire, as you all know. It's Enoch. Even if you dragged her over the town limits, this hold over her would make sure neither of you were ever happy again. Just think of what happened to your poor mother and father. Do you want to be the two of you? The powers at work here are stronger than even your love can withstand. It's dangerous to go along. Take this. So who would Reese have been? Before the two of you can leave, a smell hits you. Sweating, suffocated flesh, with a tinge of saturine and stomach-churning scent of decay. Hi, Wayne. There you are. I would have found you sooner, but the resident clearly doesn't want me here. Who's the resident? Hi, Wayne. Doesn't seem to have the same issue with these miserable little parasites. Did you just step on a ditchling? You stepped on it hard. Bottom feeders always manage to slip through the cracks, don't they? Hey Wayne, you want to figure this out with us? Don't talk to it. Let Lunar speak. I'm no enemy. Don't listen to it either. What an unfortunate situation you've been dragged into, Lunar. I don't think that girl is any good for you, Stella. Was that her name? Seems she's quite skilled at finding trouble. Maybe I should pay her a visit soon. She makes it out of here alive. Tabitha bolts for the underbrush, desperately pulling you along. Says Stella? I'm sorry. Can we just leave and pretend we didn't see anything, please? Two east of the room, brush, long wooden corridor, tiny bottles arouse. Figure eyes is blocking your way. I'm afraid he doesn't have long. If there's anything you need to say, let's say it now. As the caretaker is swept away, the room pulls itself to you. You find yourself looming over the deathbed. The father lies in its center, looking pitifully small. Sorry, boy. Sorry I let my troubles drive your mama away. And sorry those troubles mean I'm leaving you all alone now. Our great-great-grandfather. He was in charge of the mines when they collapsed. I saw that, by the way. You watch as the father's body seizes and falls through the sheets, taking the rattling pile of bottles with him. This ghost is so full of it. Before it disappears through the hole left in the bed, leaving you to follow. You and your cousin find yourselves crouched on a large table. The lover stares at you through the indecipherable murmurs, and shuffling feet bends the table. I think I'm going to be sick. They're so lovely. Are you sure I can keep on? Very hard of them. Dang, even possessed Estella out here trying to monetize hobbies. It's still kind of funny. I don't think it's wrong for anyone to make money off YouTube, but I just still think it's hilarious that when YouTube first started, no one made a cent from it. Now, you have people saying they want to make a career in it. It's weird. I'd prefer the old days. Ultra J-Man and Proton John. People just doing long-form, unedited videos. Just for the sake of doing videos. Just a nerdy otaku on the internet being a nerdy otaku. For that and no other reason. Don't joke, you're pissing off the ghost. There, are you done now, Charlie? Can we leave? And Crash's Thunder is black before you or Tabitha can get another word. Okay. This kind of makes me think about something. Reese would be over here. Because you can see how it's uneven, too. But the king in yellow. The yellow sign. Yeah, directing a play. We're the final performers. We must be. Which one of us is going to open the door? Oh god, this is so much worse than opening it ourselves. Or shoved from behind and tumble through the hatch. Took some digging, but it's there. The map was right. What? Excuse me? What? Oh dear. That means there's hope, Eddie. Whatever it is that Enoch did, we can undo it. We can be happy together. Oh, that would hurt. Eddie? Oh god. Your cousin violently heaves in the void, but nothing comes up. There's nothing here. This place is completely empty. She was our great-grandmother. No, Edward had more than one child, and our grandmother, Mary Bell, was the eldest. Maybe I don't have a neatly constructed logical argument why he can't be our great-grandmother, but someone would have told me. Why are these broken memories timestamped to... Ugh, what now? Oh, the puppet guy is... That's who it is. Where would Reese? Would Reese be here? And what if I hadn't brought Stella? I mean, I hadn't brought Tabitha. I'd just be... Do you repent? That's such a dick thing to say. Maybe it's getting weaker. No. It is absolutely not fair. Neither of us had anything to do with what happened to you. The sins of the father. Yeah, it's bullshit. I can keep you here. And I can do whatever I want with them. You can refuse, but if you do, then I will stay. I will stay until I get what I'm owed. Yeah, we have rights, you know. I take it you have a plan, then. Please remember silence with silences and judgment. Keep talking. Again, I like the music. And everything fades to black. When at trial. Hi, Sybil, when did you get here? You went up to come to in a basement, a mountain of packed dirt in front of you. Your friends are nowhere to be seen, though Sybil remains standing in the stairwell as if she's been patiently waiting for you to get up. Ah, the spirit is gone and the two of you are back, and both of you are whole. To admit this is quite an unexpected outcome. Excellent work, Lunar. I hope you don't mind, but I took advantage of the distraction to free everyone else. They're all outside. Take all the time you need to collect yourselves. I'll see you out there. Sybil heads upstairs, leaving her Tabitha alone on the base. So that actually worked? Gotta stop picking fights with you. Before you go, you decide to investigate the shallow ground in the middle of the room. Tyler follows close behind you, watches as you dig. Charlie's mummified remains stare at you, sad and broken, at the bottom of the pit. There's no stone carving down there, just like the one we saw in the mines last night. This must have been where the map took him. Cousin stands in a contemplative stance. We shouldn't leave him here, right? Maybe we can come back tomorrow and give him a proper burial? Come on, let's go. Yeah. You're outside. It's real this time. Cool autumn breeze blows. Small piles of dried leaves across the steps of the library. Finally, we're out of the fun house. I'm gonna go wait by the car. Last thing I want to do after all this is talk to people. Yeah, I mean, not that you have an issue with people, just one, you need process, and two, all of them were possessed, and it's a little weird to talk to them again. Tabitha doesn't wait for you to respond, pushing past you, heading towards the car. I'm gonna peace out too. Back encounters my immortality. I've got a lot to ponder. See you, Rosalina. See you, Alexis. Zane walks off down the road. How are we supposed to know it would be like that? Things have been strange around town, sweetie. Now is not the time to poke around the supernatural. I thought you learned that lesson yesterday. But magic isn't real. I mean, it's not supposed to be. God, that hurt. Everything is so sore. Lunar, is it really gone? Master debate. Even though the ghost is gone, I don't think she wants to sleep in the room with the dead body. This house is clean. Say the line. Witness myself, Lunar convinced the spirit to move on from this world, and it did. Wow, I guess I owe you one. I don't know what to say. Thank you so much. I'll do my best to make it up to you. I think the ghosts are actually real. I don't know what hard evidence we have, but it's a vividly experienced same thing. Stella's gotta be on the moon right now. Where is Stella? I kind of thought she'd be excited writing off theories right now. Oh, she's just standing there by herself. That isn't like her. Is she okay? Oh, yeah. wonder if there's 12 of them, like a zodiac. Don't be a stranger unless know anything, Oscar. Don't mention it, we're family. True. Very true. Like, I feel like if next week, like, Donald Trump had like a press conference and announced that aliens were real, I think everybody would have gotten used to it within like 24 hours, and I feel like everybody would just sort of like, oh, yep, aliens are all cool. Still, you did a good job. I don't think I could have done what you did. I was stuck in there without you. I would have just left that ghost behind as soon as I had the chance. I'm glad I didn't have to come to that. I don't like having to answer questions like that. That's great. Now you're really a Scarlet. Four more days. Don't have to go. You open your eyes, it's a new day. Last night seems so far away. You'd almost pretend the horrors you witnessed in the annex were nothing but a nightmare. Chased away by the harsh morning light, an involuntary shudder runs down your spine, but your thoughts are entered by the buzz of your throat on the nightstand. Hey, have you heard from Stella? But let me know if you get in trouble, okay? The sun shines down through a thin layer of clouds, illuminating the path in a watery gray light. You can't help but feel countless eyes watching from the tie line. Feeling that reminds you your time in the woods is still a ditchling shouldn't be out in the middle of the day, though. They're getting bolder. As you continue the trek to town, you pause to stare out at the mountain range beyond the holler, contemplating. How would you guys feel if ditchlings were a common thing, like you went out in the woods, you just see them? The world outside feels less real with each passing day. The strange reality of what's happening in Scarlet Hollow. Yay, I'm glad you saw them too. That's a great question. The concept of how the world works is being shattered a little more each day, so that's cool. I feel more and more like I need to get out of this town before it swallows me whole, but I also feel like there's too many reasons to stay like right now. Well, she probably figured we were emotionally overwhelmed and needed rest. Interior is cold and not just physically. There is an absence of joy in life that leaves only a chill behind. This is the ghost of an empty house. Silver and dread that comes to the knowledge that your search won't end here. Yeah, we definitely go in. This is adorable, by the way. Though it's a little untidy, it's the usual sort of untidiness that accumulates when someone doesn't often have guests in their bedroom. There aren't any signs of violence. Stella didn't want us to snoop. She shouldn't have gone missing. seat at the small table at the edge of the room. It's dark here. Only a sliver of sunlight is able to filter through the heavy curtains, supplemented by the bright. It says grow, but I think it's supposed to be glow. Oh, grow lights. Oh, the plants. Gotcha. Yeah, I was like, it's supposed to be lights glowing, but it's like, no, it's the plant lights. Gotcha. Or the plant in the corner. It's a castor bean, an incredibly toxic plant. It's strange for a tea maker to keep around in her workspace. Sybil joins you at the table and places a cup in front of you. It smells light and citrusy. Find a kernel of decaying earth. I'll be able to do a reading once you're done. Till then, how we just chat. Aren't you sharp and appreciative of plants, regardless of whether they can be used in tea? Lunar then proceeds to chug the entire glass. It's almost like you've been given some sort of anesthetic. Yeah. Simply put, it's good to have certain types of tea that help you relax, like lavender and such. But the thing you have to say is this. Any medicine, air quotes, that has a strong and fast reaction to the human body is definitely something dangerous and definitely something that, if there ever is need to use, should be very, very rare. Like morphine. Morphine would have a very strong effect on the human body, but it's also the kind of thing that, if you were to take every day, would probably kill you. Main point we're saying is this: it's too soothing. Then, obviously, it means this. If it's having this much of an effect this quickly, it means this is just the beginning to the build up, and it's going to exponentially have more of an effect on me. But also means that I, 1, may not be the safest chemical to ingest, and 2, means we're very likely to be in a very vulnerable condition. Heck, while I've never done any sort of strong drugs, I do know that they're the sort of things that, if you were to do, you need to do so in a safe environment, probably with a babysitter. Should I have checked out those other places before coming there? You've found at times that if you haven't wished to be seen, there's nothing stopping you from remaining hidden. Graveyards, abandoned buildings, old tunnels. You've been in all sorts of strange, unusual places without incident. For me tonight, Dr. Kelly's clinic feels no different. How about I make your way to the old wooden stairs, clinic porch? To an outside observer, you might appear to be drunk, but there's an unconscious method to your conscious madness. Even though you would be hard-pressed to discover there's no creak or moan in the ancient wood as you make your way to the door. Silence. You push the door open slowly and slip in. You see the doc at the desk in some room down the hall. She hasn't noticed you yet. She shut the door silently, watching her closely. You're in the clinic, free to explore as you're free to explore as you please. Knows you're here. You know exactly what it is, another stone carving eager to show you its secrets. You've been caught by its gravity, its overwhelming curiosity, guiding you around a corner and towards a dark doorway under the stairs. It's been left ajar as if inviting you to enter. What? But what are you... Yeah, that's kind of what I felt like. What are you? Why wall? Nate see thing, but wall stand in way. Yes, please, axe now. Yes, I will destroy the wall. Sleep apnea discovered by her daughter. Hmm. Has she been giving him castor beans? He was literally just there. Here with our trusty axe buddy. You know, for someone who just found out that he'd been getting poisoned by his doctor mother, um, he's maintained his composure pretty well. Wall now, yes, yeah, wall. Let's do this. Reese smiles. Good. Feel like I've been missing out lately. Yeah, maybe I should have been bringing you to the things. Stop asking questions. Time to see what's going on the other side of the wall. Understandable. That's a secret room. That's fucked up. Maybe it's the lack of poison in my system for the first time in years, or the fact that my whole perception of reality has been turned on its head. Probably a combo. Doesn't feel awful, to be honest. These windows are supposedly shatterproof, which she always said was for burglars. Now I assume is for yet another way to keep me boxed in. True. Hi. Lunar, don't get any closer to that thing. It's time to go home. Okay. That voice, I know that voice. Another word, Wayne starts pounding on the supposedly shatterproof window. Enemies upstairs. Enemies outside. We're surrounded. Even if I get out of this house, I won't be safe. You won't be safe. I mean, it did hurt that ditchling. Okay. Grab my head, I'll pull you out. Oh, I mean, I. Obviously, she was poisoning you, but, yeah. But whether it was for this reason or just that, there was nothing supernatural going on, I. Even if she weren't your mother, I don't think you should kill her. And especially since she's your mom. I have no idea. This would be the most concise thing to say. Don't get eaten. Well, you appear to be injured. Why are the lights red? Obviously, Reese is behind me. But if I duck... So I don't want to get shot, but... What would I do in this situation? Honestly, I'd probably just duck. Drink. So those are the hallucinations you had. Okay, Wayne is here.